And then mid Bane. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I want to see it.
I like the Bane. Sorry, I like the Dark World. Gives you a little bit more control that you definitely needed. A couple, that was like 3 disables between the Terrorize, the Bramble, as well as the Cursed Crown. So I like that. Team Secret, who do they want here? Is it going to be an offlaner and put the Earthshaker mid? Or are they going to be putting a mid and you take Earthshaker as the off lane? Or is it going to be something completely different? They just take a support.
It really does feel like it go either way. Still got 20 odd seconds of reserve time to work with right now. Really are trying to think of what it is they could potentially be picking up. I mean, I think... I don't know. I think if it is Timbersaw mid, you'd probably want to put the bat up against it.
Whoa!
Ooh, Lycan last pick.
That's new.
That is new.
That is not. We don't see that very often. I've seen it once before in this tournament, and I think it did very well. It was Lycan plus Faceless Void, and we used to see the Faceless Void gets the Wolf Bite. But in this game, wow, that is a lot of buffs coming out with the Wolf form on the Sven.
Yeah, which I think I've seen Lycan 2 times, and they're actually both played by Kasani. But yeah, literally both times from him. So yeah, interesting to see actually into the hands of a different player this time round. As we will see, it is indeed Sumail taking the Shaker mid with the position for Batrider. DarkMago is taking the Doom middle, and the Timbersaw is off lane. All right.
Yeah, we were kind of saying like one of them's like it feels very interchangeable. They're both going to have a good time in the mid lane regardless. But I do like that Sacred's going to be on Timbersaw. I do think he's going to have an easier time sort of harassing Crystallis as well as Puppey. But in both cases, I'm not seeing that we're going to see a whole lot of kills coming out in the top lane.
Yeah. I mean, do you think as well, maybe for the sake of having extra ways of doing damage like the Chrono, Scofield might try something nuts and go for like an Axe and just do all those Dark Realm hits? Maybe?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, the damage is great because you're up against a guy with high armor in the Sven. And like you mentioned, it would be a good way for you to also survive. Not only will you be doing damage, but you'll be surviving. Realistically, though, I think it's very unlikely we'll be seeing it like rushed in any way. It'll come out fairly late, which I feel bad about. I like it so much. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, it'll be exciting if it does come about. But any predictions on how you think this one's going to go down, judging by these drafts? Does it just feel quite even?
Today, I think I've been having a very off day. So whatever I pick, the other one's gonna go with. So I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. You look at one side, you have the Chronosphere, but the other side has Sven. We're seeing, this. We've seen the Sven Lycan combination. The Lycan plus carry combination be very powerful. Maybe I'll go with Secret on this one. So we're gonna have a game 3. Let's go for a game 3. Let's go with Secret.
Go for it. No, that's Beastcoast needs it to win for game 3.
Oh, no,
well, all right.
I
get you. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna genuinely side with Team Secret though, not trying to do this weird sort of curse. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's not a huge amount of synergy with the Void. Just like only the Timbersaw kind of damage point, unless you go for that wacky build, which again would be exciting to see, but quite unlikely to get it. But yeah, I just feel in general, going by draft and how people are able to play games.
One thing that's nice about Beastcoast is that there's not a whole lot to cancel the Fiend's Grip, right? Like, as long as the Fissure doesn't land on you and the Batrider can't find you, which I know, obviously, it's like, oh, these are, easy things for Secret to do. But as long as you do that, there's not a whole lot of control. Lycan doesn't have stuns, Call doesn't have stuns. Sven will be caught. Maybe you chrono a couple of other people. It does feel like the Bane could be a really big playmaker here. For half chrono, you're still doing some decent damage. And it doesn't have to be him. It could be a Timbersaw.
It could be Timber, yeah.
Early on, Timbersaw would like it.
Yeah, even Doom just loves running at people. So it feels like there really are some fantastic heroes already to chuck that over.
But it's 3 melee. We saw this in the previous game. This is one of the reasons I'm not liking the Beastcoast draft is 3 melee cores against Sven and Earthshaker. In the previous game, it was 4 melee heroes. 3 of them are cores versus Darkseer. So I'm not a big fan of that. This game is a little bit more balanced, at least.
Yeah, it does. Maybe it is all going to come down to just how the game or the lanes do go, and maybe one of these teams can pick up an early advantage and maybe run away with it, but only time will tell.
Bottom lane. So Stinger seems like they're going for a bit of a lane swap here, putting Gym Park bottom and Stinger. They want to have. It's like both teams seem to be going for a lane swap. Okay.
All right. Very interesting. So Crystallis, do you think he's happy to be going up against Sacred, or was the whole reason just trying to dodge it? But Beastcoast just reread that whole swap around.
I think Crystallis would like to dodge it. I think there's a real chance that Timbersaw can kill this Sven, so you don't want to be that matchup if you can. However, Beastcoast, they're committing, they're following them around. If it's Faceless Void versus Sven, it's a farm fest, and it's a farm fest that Sven will love to have.
Yeah, you can.
Playmaker for Secret. I'd love to see what he can do on this Bat Rider.
It would be great to see. Obviously, maybe it's all just going to come down to whether if this Bane is in the right place to try and disjoint it, with a Nightmare onto the bat, just make sure their teammates don't get dragged too far out of position. But it is a case of you've got to be in the right place at the right time to actually be able to be too successful with that. As in this mid, so far, Sumail is actually coming out on top. 7-4 compared to the 5-0 of DarkMago, and he still has 4 more creeps to go. If he gets all of these, he will actually be very largely in head.
Doom, if I'm not mistaken, is either the slowest or the second slowest, like with his attack speed. So it's base attack speed, so it's very easy for the Earthshaker to get those enchant totems off, to get those denies off. And whereas, his attack speed is 1.62. That is that's really bad.
That's awful. It really is terrible. But
Earthshaker's not that much better actually. When you look at it, you're like, holy crap. He's slightly better on the Earthshaker.
Feels faster when you use the enchant totem. Like the attack animation then is like bang, feels in the eye on instant.
And of course he's melee, so you go in, you get hit by the enchant totem and the aftershock, then you get the deny off. You take a little bit of damage and the creep is gone. So I do think that Sumail's gonna have a very nice time in the mid lane overall.
Yeah, well, Gym Park in the bot lane, taking a bit of harassment, but will be able to get himself away. And yeah, the Nightmare in this lane isn't really going to be as impactful. Those wolves are always going to be in a position just to take it away and, allow the retreat perhaps on the cause of Secret.
DarkMago gonna just get a sip here, but does not actually have a bottle. He's a Doom, so he doesn't get a refill. It's just a little bit of health, and it's not a whole lot of health here.
It's not at all. But it
Oh
looks
dear!
like Scofield, I think, is taking the twin gate down to the bot lane, so it looks like Beastcoast are going to try and go for a cheeky move. Meanwhile, DarkMago, he just gets soloed down for Sumail. Not expecting that blood grenade to come out. Down the bottom, the gank does come in, Puppey dies, but FBZ is okay.
It's still a massive victory for Team Secret. You got solo kill on the enemy mid laner. It was first blood. Beastcoast, they're forced to rotate to get that to happen for them, so it's not really ideal, but at the same time, for Beastcoast, Sacred is relatively unkillable. They're leaving him in the top by himself because he's got the most CS for his team. And he should be fine. Oh, he does take a point in the chain.
Yeah, he doesn't go very far though. The tree he tried to leash to was right next to him, so unfortunately he just gets ran down regardless. Kill going towards Crystallis there. Already, seems to be a pretty solid start here for Secret. Meanwhile though, Shaker potentially in danger, but Puppey's there. Does help out a little bit with the Illuminate. Scofield trying to get the Bramble connection on towards Sumail, but not long enough range, and as a result, he'll still get that bottle refill.
No fissure on Sumail, by the way, opting for a second point aftershock. That's a little unusual, but because you're up against it in a melee matchup, all those aftershocks are always gonna apply, so it's not bad. But yeah, I'm surprised we saw the Timbersaw just lose his life like that. And Beastcoast, they swap lanes. They say, let's go for the farm fest.
Okay. Carry versus carry here at the top lane. We'll see how that one obviously ends up panning down. The Timbersaw, though, can definitely deal with those wolves a lot easier. Just easy burst damage, gets rid of them straight away, and, keeps the numbers advantage into their favor. But, yeah, this mid lane is still hugely one-sided right now. 27-13 is the scoreline of Sumail against 15-0. Absolutely huge difference right now.
Check out the carries, 27-11 to the 16-2. There is one side no matter what lane you're looking at, but a kill on yamich could go a long way towards solving that.
Yeah, the Shadow Realm here, they will get the finishing touch. And Crystallis actually going to try and go to kill on Stinger. It's a rotation from Puppey. Alright, they secure the kill. They managed to take him down, thinking about going under the tower. Crystallis does change his mind.
1-for-1 trade though. I think Beastcoast, at least you get the kill on yamich. So it's not the biggest problem, but in terms of net worth, this is a Doom with that low net worth. This is a core Doom. You know, we were talking about support Doom in the draft. This is a core Doom, and he is sitting right there at the lowest net worth among all the cores.
He's
like
suffering. He's still only level 4 compared to the 6 of Sumail. Oh, Yamich has found Scofield, going to try and go for this kill. DarkMago is here, but what can this guy really do? Echo Slam drop for Sumail just to get the bit of AoE damage. DarkMago will be fine at the end of the day.
Were they able to get a D ward? Just like Yamich, he's taking a few hits, but yep, he's gonna die. Okay. One interesting thing about the base that he's got some pretty impressive like base stats and damage and all that, so which makes him impossible to trade against early on.
It really is. I already see this Crystallis with a large amount of creeps diving underneath the tier 1, just applying as much pressure as possible to the Faceless Void. And yeah, they're just all easily keeping their net worth lead here on the side of Secret. Top 3 cores are all them. Only 1k gold advantage in total though, but even still, just feeling very confident here in this game number 2.
And I don't think Beastcoast is going to be accelerating their pace much because DarkMago will want a Hand of Midas and Jim Park will want a Hand of Midas. So you're going to have 2 of your cores with Hand of Midas, which means that, you know, after the laning phase is over, you just want to be able to farm. Sacred will have to do so much work for the team.
He will. Crystallis trying to stand ground against the Bane, but a lot of that damage reduction can't really do too much there.
Yeah, still is farming very nice farm. I gotta say, Crystallis has had an amazing performance, and oh, FBZ denies the Wisdom Ruin with one of his wolves. So his team gets it, the enemy team does not, which means we're gonna see like this Fiend's Grip come out very late. Same thing with the Terrorize.
Yeah, just more ways for Secret trying to further their lead in this game. It looks like DarkMago, though, is rotating up towards the top lane. We'll see if they can catch anyone from Secret unawares. He's still only level 5! He doesn't even have his Doom yet. Crystallis is 6! I don't know how well this is going to work out. Yeah, look, he just runs away. He has to turn around.
I was thinking of going for phase boost first, which means, again, we're going to be delaying our Hand of Mice a little bit here. Very tough situation for Beastcoast. And again, he's falling further and further behind. This is a Doom. This might be a Death Sacred as well.
Yeah, yeah, he's just caught. Nice position from Sumail to deny the retreat. And it's a free kill there going over towards Secret yet again. 3k gold advantage now with just 8 minutes in. This is already looking super, super awkward for Beastcoast.
And you kind of have to think about, okay, where are we going to be making the comeback here if you're Team C, if you're, sorry, Beastcoast. DarkMago, he's opting not to go the Hand of Midas, so he has to really get those successful ganks off. Very risky way to play a Doom. You know, if you wanted to rotate and make space, you don't pick Doom mid. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're thinking themselves whether it was probably worthwhile to put the Timbersaw mid and the Doom in the side lane. Do you think this story might have been any different if they did that?
No, I think Sumail would have had a good time against both, actually.
Yeah.
It feels like his Earthshaker is just, you know, he's just too comfortable with this guy. There's still no Fissure. You know, I wonder if he's going to take it at 9 or 10.
Yeah, just wants to focus on his bullying power more than anything. I mean, it seems to be working out fantastically so far, so why not just keep the magic going? Already got his blink up as well.
Holy.
That's early.
Jim Park, though, he's level 6. He does have the Chronosphere. Does Jim Park want to make any space, want to help his team make space? DarkMago's coming. He doesn't actually have the Doom. Oh, no Doom. 2, 3, and 1. So he doesn't have it.
Yeah, what can he really do here? I mean, maybe if he at least had full HP, he could try and run people down, but yeah, attempting a gank with no ultimate, only half your HP remaining, that'd be way too risky. As a result, he backs off yet again, just means more space at the end of the day for Crystallis to resume his farm. And Sumail, on the other hand, I'm sure he's probably going to be looking for an engagement there with this Blink Dagger reveal. Still 20 seconds without his ult, but I mean, seems how he's gone max Aftershock and Totem. Probably doesn't even need it.
Yeah, he's just and Beastcoast, they are going to be getting some stacks off. I don't think Team Secret has any, so unfortunately, it's not like Faceless Void's the best hero taking stacks. You know, it doesn't have that cleave damage. Oh
my! Immediately one hit, Dark Willow down to half HP. Very, very scary. And
but not
Bane coming in the back lines. He's going to 9 on somebody, but looks like he may get ran down. Yamich charging forwards. Sumail looking for the opportunity to get a quick blink
Top lane.
smackdown. He's going for it. 2 whacks. That's a free kill. Top as well, though. They actually get the kill onto DarkMago. Looks like he was attempting a gank at long last. Does not work out. Chrono was used for that to achieve absolutely nothing, and eventually Jim Park is just going to get killed right now. Maybe take a bit of time. Does get one more time walk off.
He should be okay.
He gets away. But regardless, that's a failed gank. Ultimate used. Tier 1 tower drops as well. And maybe no Nova, Scofield. Eventually.
He's got Echo if he wants to use it, but I don't think he wants to at all. Chantota. He's got Blink in about a second. And there you go.
Yeah, okay. It was a cute attempt there with the tumblers, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work out. He still does get caught. So as a result, 8 for 3 is the score. 4k gold advantage for Secret. Just won every one of their lanes. I mean, bot was kind of a draw. They've lost their tier 1, but I don't know. It felt like FBZ was still finding farm, and he is.
Words fail to describe just how bad the situation is right now for Beastcoast. Remember, it says 4,000 gold, but this is a team with Hand of Midas and a Doom. It's a core Doom, so it's really more. You know, we're looking more like something that like 7 or 8,000 in 11 minutes deficits here. Team Secret having a fantastic game, and all of it on the back of Sumail.
They definitely just absolutely stomped this mid right now, pushing this tier 1. And it looks like Beastcoast are going to try and defend this right now, bringing 4 members of their team to the party. And Secret will pay respect to that and back off, not choosing to overstay their welcome. But yeah, speaking of the Doom, he's only like 900 gold ahead of the supports at 12 minutes in as well. With all of that, like you mentioned, that is, that's rough.
It's very rough. Then we still haven't seen like a Fiend's Rip come out, and guess what? We are only level 5 on Dark Willow, who might be a dead Dark Willow.
Survivors for now. Yeah, it does get away, but with the shapeshift there for FBZ, eventually we'll try and run them down. Nothing Singer can do but watch as his fellow support dies.
And by the way, playing Bane in a situation like this against all these summons is a nightmare. It's like you can Fiend's Rip one guy, then an army of wolves and skeletons kill you. DarkMago, can you make it out of this one?
Hey, the Fisher block was nice, but kind of awkward, because FBZ was just running around in circles like, oh, I can't actually hit him now. Thank you very much. But regardless, they find the kill. They've been trying to get this counter grab on towards the Batrider, but they just turn around with Flaming Lasso. The damage from Puppey comes through with the Illuminate Blast. And 2 cores are gone yet again. This is quickly turning into a real disaster right now for Beastcoast. Jim Park is trying to find what farm he can elsewhere, but don't know how quickly he can find that farm to feel good about it.
FBZ even takes their own triangle. He's like, yeah, this is nice. Let me take what I need. Sacred, he can't take it. It's very hard to find a good point for Beastcoast right now, because everything's just looking perfect for Secret. They do have Chronosphere available, but no mana for it, but he's got a Healing Lotus, so should be able to throw it out if he needs to.
Yeah, it feels like at this state of the game, any Chrono we're going to see anytime soon is just going to be purely defensively, it feels like, just to keep Secret back and hopefully provide space for Jim Park to resume the farm, as it is. It's very difficult right now, very, very difficult. Sumail, I think, as well, 2,000 gold away from Ags completed, in which case, just going to be more tools to use to keep their advantage going and just endlessly charge at Beastcoast. There's Crystallis as well, 600 gold from his own blink. FBZ though, Fiend's Grip is there. This should actually be a free kill, and they do pick that one up. Worth a decent amount of gold as well there for Jim Park.
Much needed. They're also able to get their Wisdom Rune this time around, which means that we do have Scofield hitting level 6, so now we have the Terrorize. So a couple of things going for Beastcoast. Not great if they lose Scofield here. Or Jim Park.
Jim Park, yeah, controlled up. Flaming Lasso in time to deny the jump away. There's a nice free kill. Puppey as well. We've got a couple of people on his case right now, but might still be able to survive. Right click from Sumail gets denied, but it doesn't matter. The damage from Yamich is still enough. Sacred, maybe in danger. Sumail is still on him right now. Another quick Enchantum smackdown is there. And this is the thing, right? When a person hits quite slow, but with a lot of damage, there's not an opportunity to get the reactive armors up. So
exactly,
the Timbersaw is still squishy to him.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's not like you have all the summons hitting him and stuff, adding these up. It's just the Enchant Totem, doing 5 times the damage. Team Secret's outmaneuvering Beastcoast to an insane degree. All right, Pulse comes out, and Jibbar's like, all right, let's go. They do have Chronosphere. They do have the Doom. They do have the Terrors. We haven't seen much. I don't think we've seen a single Doom so far. Can they turn this around in the mid lane?
They're going to try to again. They got the grab onto FBZ, but
He's out.
with the Wolves, he just takes that away. He's going to be okay. Yeah, still 40 seconds until the Fiend's grip is back up, so that was a difficult kill to try and get.
Yeah, plus, even if he used it, the summons would have tried to kill him. And thanks to the Wolves, you can easily counter the Nightmare being used by the Bane. So, obviously, he just doesn't care.
He doesn't. He's just fired all of his farm.
By the way, throughout all this, Secret have not used Crystallis at all. He's just been farming. We haven't seen him engage once in this game. Yeah. He's just been farming away. He's good, but when he engages, there's going to be an Aghanim Scepter on the Lycan. So he's going to be an... Oh, dear.
Okay. Let's go for
He's going to be a real pair. Very scary.
Yeah. It feels like all the times Sven's been involved is when people have come to him. He's just been, like you said, happily chilling in his own lane, doing his own thing. Meanwhile, jump in from Yamich, doesn't get the lasso. Crystallis as well, flying on in. They get quick delete. Gonna cost Yamich's life though, 1 for 1. Actually, make that 2 for 1. As Sumail on the backbones with a double damage rune. Sacred is like, please save me, no. And the first Doom of the game is...
used.
It's used. Yeah, that's the word.
Used.
It was just used.
And it was used on a hero. You cannot deny these two things. It was used on a hero and did some damage.
Yeah. Not great. That's also now Helm of the Overlord complete for FBZ. Ag's now also coming out for Sumail. And Crystallis, maybe something close to something else as well. This is... Whew, this is one-sided.
And hey, Bane finished the Smoke of Deceit.
Hey!
You use those well, you catch them off guard. Jim Park is not too far behind in terms of net worth, by the way. Even though his team is kind of rolling over themselves to make space for him, he is, he's up there, not too far behind Sumail, who's been getting a huge amount of kills.
It is. Now Secret, just going to stroll straight into this roach pit, completely for free. And now Aegis. I mean, do you think they give the Aegis to Sumail?
I hope so.
Yeah, I feel like he can definitely make real strong, good use out of this game.
I mean, he's got the slot, and Crystallis, I think he moved the item and he put it back in. So they do go to Sumail. Yeah, I think you don't want to give it to Sven if you can, just because when they got strength, they come back with the Aegis and they don't have Glass King. You're like, that's not very impressive.
Oh. When you're FPZ, right, and you eventually get your Ags, I mean, is it worth actually just wolf biting Sumail? Like,
right?
Just like the guaranteed crit to just delete people in one whack.
I think the safer option is still to give it to Crystallis, but maybe I'd love to see it just so you can see the enchant totem or the Aghanim Scepter on a wolf, and DarkMago's dead. And we might be losing Jim Park.
Okay, good terrorize though from Scofield, makes the space, might cost him his own life though at the very least. Crown as well, holding him back, tries to TP.
Makes it.
Alright, good move there from Scofield, keeping his core alive, even escaping his own. Strong move.
Yeah, but you still lost your Bane, and you still lost DarkMago, who again, this is... I've never seen such net worth on a core Doom before. Does he even have a hand of Midas?
I think he does, yeah. Pretty sure I saw
Oh,
it. Yeah.
God.
Still only barely ahead of the supports without a secret. It's not great, but still time to recover. If Beastcoast managed to make some really fantastic moves, we could see them somehow gain advantage in this game, as it looks like Secret, they're just going to slide straight past this tier 1 tower, finding DarkMago. There is the Doom onto the Sven, but he's already used his God Strength, it's not super impactful. There is going to be the Chronosphere as well, locking down onto 2 of them. Sven is dead as well as Sumail. 2 big cores taken out, there is the Aegis at the very least. This is a huge fight right now for Beastcoast. Sumail desperately trying to run himself away, should be able to make this one. Beastcoast are really going to try and go after him. A lot of damage coming through. Good control as well. He's rude in place. They actually are able to pick up the kill. This is a massive win for Beastcoast.
And by the way, we did see that use of the Bedlam on Faceless Void, jumps in, does a lot of damage. So that is insanely well done by them. DarkMago gets the Doom off. It doesn't matter if he dies. He got on Crystallis, and we talked about who gets the Aegis. In the end, doesn't matter whether it was on Crystallis or Sumail was used up in that fight. Big fight for them, and Jim Park now barely behind the Sven. Even Sacred's having a good game. DarkMago's still behind, but Okay, signs of life for Beastcoast.
Yeah, it definitely is. Maybe that's going to be a bit of a nod to Secret there, that they're not quite as far ahead as they thought they were. Maybe now going to show a bit more restraint when trying to take these fights, because they were just full on diving past this tower with no real decent vision on this high ground either. Yeah, good chrono. Obviously, it does still get the kill onto DarkMago, but who really cares about that? Finishing off these big calls, 100% worth it.
He already used his Doom, so like you said, as long as he uses the Doom, he's gonna be fine. It takes a bit of time to get Sumail in the end, but without an Echo Slab, there's no way he could like control them long enough. He does lose his life. All right, what is I like it. I like it. We're back in the game. Doom, about 40 seconds. Doom, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, not enough chase there for Secret. Maybe if Sumail was nearby, they might have tried to commit for that one. And oh, speaking of, actually the recall from Puppey, they just bring Sumail in. Trying to go into DarkMago, terrorizes there. Unfortunately, Crystallis is denying that TP with a point-blank stun. Eventually, this Doom will get ran down. Dark Willow as well, attempting to duke out Sumail, the Bramble. Him back. Sacred, barely able to complete that TP. Still, Scofield will die at a long last. But yeah, another 2 kills there for Team Secret, taking down the tier 2 as well. Really are starting to close out these exterior objectives.
I like the animation because he was jumping in the air to get next to him, but when he was caught, he just drops like a rock. You know, like it is. It's like, oh, you're back in the ground. Unfortunately, DarkMago is dead, but he's going to be up in time to defend this with his Doom if he needs to in Sacred. Going in front, getting those, damn it, reactive armor stacks going.
Yeah.
You know,
there you go.
Jim Park, he might become #1 net worth very soon.
Yeah, only 400 gold behind Crystallis, and that's actually pretty big, to be honest.
And even Sacred might overtake Sumail. And this is with, look at the kill advantage. Like, Team Secret's been getting kills, but most of their their gold has been going to supports. They're the ones who are really like reaping the benefits of this.
Yeah, it does feel that way. But Sumail as well, about 1,000 gold away from having his own BKB completed. That is also what Yamich has queued up. Lotus Orb completed very soon for Puppey as well. So hitting some timing soon.
Look at the KDA. Top 5 all Secret, bottom 5 all Beastcoast. And it's the mids who are occupying the outliers, right? Sumail number 1, 9-1, 1-6 for DarkMago. Very tough game for him so far. But he's got the BKB.
Yeah.
Nothing except the lasso goes through it, so should make it a bit easy for him to actually get the Dooms off.
Yeah, I agree. Might actually be able to land some solid ults in the coming fight. You can see Beastcoast come out ahead. I mean, obviously in that last team fight was super, super good for him. Maybe they might just try and contest the second Roshan when it eventually respawns. Until then, I'm sure there's going to attempt to dodge fight, but easier said than done. As DarkMago gets caught pretty damn close to his own base. Easy kill yet again for Team Secret. Let's see what they can do with that kill there.
Poor guy, man. He's 1-7 on this Doom, but then in that situation, it's not even worth using your BKB. If you were like, you know, you make it out of 20% health, you're just gonna die right after.
Yeah.
Sumail has absolutely crushed him. Then again, I mean, he is the best mid in this tournament.
Yeah, the tiebreakers do prove that. Winning 2 of his 1v1s, so without a doubt, he is the top dog for sure. And I think FBZ, is that completed? Ags now coming out for him, or does he still need some more components, do you think? Must be close to it.
Ooh, all right. Lotus Orb on the call. I'll be frank, I think if you're DarkMago, you don't care if you self-doom. As long as you get a Doom off on a critical target, you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, as long as I Doom Crystallis, if I Doom myself, I was going to die anyway. So what's the difference here?
Yeah.
It does prevent other stuff, though, like the Cursed Crown, the Fiend's Grip, the Nightmare. There are a few things, but the biggest thing is going to be the Doom.
Yeah. It will be. I mean, eventually when we can see DarkMago get a good ult and then immediately gets cancelled out as they found a grab here on towards Scofield. Trying to survive as long as possible, but all that AoE damage from a bat denies any chance to run away. Still gets a 2-man stun though.
Cursed Crown's still good, and Jim Park is #1. Top dog. Top dog of this game, but does he have the damage to go? If you try to get kills inside Chrono, you're dealing with what? Sven, Lycan, and Earthshaker. And there's a heal coming out from the Coddle. Jim Park's damage feels a little insufficient, but we'll find out. That's how it's going to work out in the fights. Oh, and blink on Bane. Okay, I like that. Jump in, catch someone.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. If you can get yourself into a good position, get your ult on towards Crystallis or even Sumail, that'd be super impactful. But there is that Axe complete. FBZ gets caught out immediately from a Chronosphere on his face. Well, there's 5 people around and the damage will come eventually. And they do manage to get the kill onto the Lyca, but the rest of the Secret here, Echo gets dropped there from Sumail. There's a decent amount of damage, but still Jimpuck and DarkMago barely able to survive. The Doom on Sumail, stopping him from going for any more enchant token complete. To look for more kills. Crystallis, they're going to find an easy one there on towards Stinger, but it looks like Beastcoast still thinking about trying to take this fight right now. Jimpuck doesn't know who he wants to make the moves onto. Instead, Sacred trying to find Puppey, got the Bedlam on him, but can't get the connection. Instead, it's Scofield that goes down, and yamich managing to find this Timbersaw before he can get away. And it's 4 kills there for Secret. Did cost him FBZ's life, but it's still worth it.
Yeah, the Chronosphere, the solo Chronosphere, he was barely able to get him in the end, but you can see the damage coming out from Jimpuck. It's not doing enough, and now Team Secret, they're like, without Chronosphere, what do you guys have? You guys have nothing. They're not scared of anything else. 4 versus 5, they still take the fight.
Yeah. Really huge.
No BKBs either.
Yeah. So that was before FBZ, you know, he's got his Ags now completed. So imagine if Crystallis or Sumail were Wolfbitten in that fight. It just would have been even worse.
Can be... oh yeah, Roshan is going to be up in about 40 seconds. You will have Chronosphere for that fight. It would be a dire Roche, so you are going to be able to TP there, use your buybacks. And they do have buybacks on Beastcoast. That could be their kind of last hurrah right there.
Yeah, it could definitely be. It feels like, can they even afford to give away this age, like the next Roche for free, or do they have to find it?
I think that it's not about the Aegis itself, it's sort of about the area, right? It's easier to get a good Chronosphere inside the Roche pit. You want to fight there for the terrain more. The problem is if Secret has wards and all that crap set up before you.
Yeah, make it very, very difficult to play into them. Which Roshan about to respawn now. We do see Puppey AFK gaming near the area, so he scouts it out straight away.
Yep.
And then the call would be for the rest of the squad to all come on over, secure this Aegis, this cheese. And then potentially we could see the first real high ground fight coming out.
And for Beastcoast, the call is give them the Aegis. I mean, they might not know what's happening, but they seem to have made no real attempt to contest it or even ward the area. They're like, alright, we'll give it the Secret and hope for high ground defense. The question is, who's going to be getting it? Is it going to be Crystallis this time? Yep.
Yeah, okay. Makes more sense. Cheese in the hands of Sumail. After that, oh, yamich. That's managed to find the Doom. Gonna drag him straight back into the waiting arms. Crystallis there. Immediately a quick kill. Down for 45 as well with no buyback. We'll see how much damage Secret can do with this opening.
This has not been a DarkMago's game at all. I feel like what Sumail did to him was illegal, basically. You know.
Yeah, he did just completely shut him down from that mid lane. It was rough from the get-go, it feels. As Crystallis up to the high ground right now. This is a freshly completed Daedalus as well. I believe he also has a Harpoon coming out on the Courier just to help further chase people in. Meanwhile, jump forward there from Sacred, trying to burst down Crystallis. A lot of damage. Does manage to keep the Aegis intact for a bit longer. Oh, can they finish him off, mind you? Looks like they transform on towards FBZ. Quick kill on towards Scofield. Does have a buyback though. May be forced to use it. And FBZ holding on to this wolf fight.
But you know, Sacred's got the Aghanim Scepter and the Shards. I mean, the Scepter gives him a lot of durability. That fight, he almost got a kill on Yamich, but a tree was in his way. He like Timber Chain to the wrong one. Maybe he could tank for them.
That's a big grab. They found Jim Park, but they can't burst him down fast enough. He gets BKB turning around. Looks like Crystallis will be the one to die here instead. They did get the Chrono on towards Puppey as well, but it doesn't look like they're too interested. Instead, DarkMago completely left behind. Now with the second life of Crystallis, they drop the wolf fight on him. They can't fully chase him down. Instead, they find Stinger with the God Strength. He's back up to these buildings, and there is just the Blink Dagger aggressively from Crystallis to find the kill to DarkMago. And these buildings, look how quickly they drop. Jump him. Scofield trying to survive, but not for long. still die. Puppey gets the kill for that one. And it looks like they're not interested in trying to go for Megas, hitting tier 4s right now. Secret trying to be a distraction. Crystallis on top of him. Will still manage to get the Timber Chain away. He's very, very strong with the Aghanim's pickup. Turns him into a real tanky boy indeed. Terrorize only connecting on towards the Sven right now. Jim Park trying to hit him, but he's doing so little damage here through absolutely all the armor and everything else. Jump force there from Sumail trying to get this grab with the harpoon, dragging Jim Park in. He's gone for 80, no buyback, and there is the call. GG. Secret take the best of 3-2-0.
What a stomp. Yeah, I mean, there's really no other way to say it. Like, this was such a one-sided affair. Perhaps even more so than game 1.